Hello, 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 how are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner, and I have a project for us today. It's this one right here. And this is a pocket. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. So, you know, real estate is important in your journal. So, you know, taking up a spot for a little bit of journaling space, not so great. But we're going to do this in a slightly smaller version. And here's the best part. This takes one piece of 12 by 12. Not even the whole thing, but a piece of 12 by 12. So I'm going to get out supplies and some paper, and I'll be right back, and we're going to go ahead and walk through this. Be right back. Okay, so for this one, glue, scoring tools, scoreboard, paper trimmer, piece of 12 by 12, and anything you want to decorate this thing with. Okay? So, we are going to get started, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut a couple of pieces of paper. Make the scoreboard out of the way. And I'm going to be mindful of my directions here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide my height. Okay, now the original piece that I did was 5 inches. That's kind of tall. So I did a second one at about 4.5, and that looks pretty good. So the one I'm going to give you today is going to be the 4.5, okay? So we're going to open this up, and we're going to cut this piece of paper to 4.5 inches. Twice. That is our scrap, and we're going to put that to the side. Now, one of these we're going to cut to 10 3/4. And the other one we're going to cut to 10.5. Okay, so 4.5 by 10.5, 4.5 by 10 3/4. So that's it for that. Next up, I'm going to get out my scoreboard. We're going to do some scoring, and then I'm going to show you one last little cut that we need to make. That's it, and then we can put this together. I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to take a look. There is, right here, a kind of overlay. So that is why one piece is slightly larger. This is the demo. And as you can see, when you fold these up, one side goes over the other, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pieces, we're going to put them right sides together with the larger 2 pieces on the top into the scoreboard. Excuse me. We're going to score at 1/2 inch. At 4.5 inches. 6.5 inches. And 8.5 inches. That's it. Again, 1/2 inch, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5. Okay? That's it for scoring. Now I told you there was going to be one more little cut on here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a ruler. And we're going to come up 2 inches. We're going to put a little mark on here. And then we're going to cut from the 4.5 inch score line to that mark. Okay? Oh, this is the scary part. I always screw this up. There we go. So I'm going to take those pieces off, and I'll have two pieces that look like this. All right, now we're going to start folding all of our score lines. So we're going to fold the 1/2 inch, the 4 1/2, the 6 1/2, and the 8 1/2. Okie dokie. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Now, you'll notice that you have a definite right and left side. On your left side, fold that 1/2 inch up, okay? Now, go ahead and bone fold everything, ink anything you want to ink, and then we'll come back and get this put together. All right, so your right side piece is going to be the front. So that's going to be the one you're going to want to punch if you're going to put a finger tab in there. And it is 4 inches. So all you have to do is just mark the 2 right there. And that's where your punch is going to go. Let's see. A little bit. All right, and we're ready to go. So we're going to take this piece and this piece. This piece is actually going to go right here. So we're going to adhere this down on this first crease. We want to make sure that it's all lined up so that we know it's straight. The way to do that is to make sure that this piece here, these two bottom edges are together, okay? Because that is going to tell us that this is straight on the fold, all right? Then we're going to take this little flap that's sticking out over here, and we're going to flip this over onto that. Okay. A little bit of glue on the bottom. All right. Now, we've completed one pocket. All right. So now we're going to work the next one. So we're going to put a little bit of glue across the bottom here. We're going to bring in this side. And this side. Again, we have our pieces out. We're going to put a little glue here and a little glue here. We're going to glue down the short one. And then on the long one, we're just going to put a very little bit of glue right there. And we're going to glue that one down. Across the bottom and right up the center. And then I'm going to go over the whole thing with the bone folder. Now, you'll see we have this open, glue on the bottom, glue on this part right here, glue it down. Again, you're going just down the length and across the bottom. All right, we're going to let everything dry. When I come back, we're going to talk about the size of journal cards and things you can get in here, okay? So I'm going to let this dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's dry, and it's all put together. So let me tell you what you can get in here. Starting at the very back, you can get a piece that is 5 by 3 7/8. That's just one little notch short of 4. That can go in this very back pocket. The next pocket forward, you can actually get something that's about 4 by 3 3/4 in there. If you want to use these side pockets here, these little thin ones, you are looking at about 4 by 1.5 inch little tags. And then this little journaling space in the front will take 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so those fit in there rather nicely. And of course you dog ear this, tag, but it's a nice chunky tag, right? You could do it smaller if you wanted to. You could take another 1/2 inch off of that and have it in there. You could leave out these little pieces over here. Certainly could do that. You could put just multiple small tags in the front here if you wanted to. So many different ways that you can use this. But that's it. That's all I have for you today. If you liked the video, whatever. Join. Like me, subscribe, whatever. Give me a thumbs down. I don't care. It's all interaction, right? If you would like to know what else I have coming up as far as videos and things like that, go ahead and check out the community tab here on my YouTube channel, or go to my Facebook group. There's a link in the description box below. It will tell you everything that you need to know about my digital life. That is all I have for you today. Until I see you again, my friends, stay well. Bye-bye.